Technological advancements, as well as a shift towards internet-based entertainment, has given children's television a run for its money. Internet streaming sites like Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, and Twitch have steadily gained popularity with younger generations, and it doesn't look like that's going to change anytime soon.
Bella, you want to play with the phone?
No.
Kids are using smartphones way earlier than they used to. Some of these kids will know how to navigate Snapchat and Instagram by the time they're 5 years old. A study done in 2015 said that 75% of teenagers are using smartphones, and many of them have been using their parents' smartphones since they were kids. When it comes to children's television, many kids are choosing Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Twitch, and YouTube instead of traditional TV. But why are they doing this? Is it because they're young and they want to do what everyone else is doing? Is it because technology is the new fad and everyone wants the new tech at a younger age? None of these things, actually. Kids are choosing a more digital landscape because the shows and movies they want to watch are available for them at a moment's notice. There is a new and growing phenomenon called personal is the new premium. Kids want to use these sites like Netflix and YouTube because it gives them the ability to watch what they want, when they want, and even pause and finish watching whenever they want to. What would you rather watch? TV that has specific shows on specific channels at specific times? Or would you rather watch your favorite shows and watch when you want to? The answer is simple. Thanks to this new mindset, there are now things that are called Netflix families. These are families that choose to pay for Netflix and watch that rather than paying for cable. This is called cord cutting, and it's happening all around the country. Netflix families are saving their kids over 230 hours of commercials per year. Netflix now has more subscribers than cable television. It's unbelievable. Everyone is cord cutting, including my parents. Kids are affected by this because their parents choose the provider, and they are in turn provided with whatever entertainment there is in the household. With all this technological capability now available to children, it's just a matter of time before they figure out how to use it all. Young kids are finding themselves on sites like Netflix, Hulu, and YouTube now more than ever. With this transition into a digital viewership, companies have to be aware of who their viewers are. They have to understand that kids are going to be using it, so they have to place restrictions or just provide kids with their own space. Sites like Netflix, Hulu, and HBO all now have streaming services specifically for kids. It's a subsection created simply so kids do not venture too far into something that they should not be watching. Netflix created this feature in 2011 to provide kids with an easy-to-use, easy-to-navigate service so they can have all of their shows in one place. Netflix Kids has pictures of all the top kids shows stars, like Puss in Boots for Shrek or Buzz Lightyear for Toy Story. Kids get a nice visual of what they want to watch, and it also helps them form interest. Kids can sit for hours navigating the metric ton of entertainment they have to choose from. Netflix, Hulu, and HBO all provide kids with thousands to choose from so they don't get bored of kids' TV until they are ready. They don't want kids to run out of things to watch and resort to going on Netflix for adults and mistaking Child's Play for a kids' movie.
Please, we're friends to the end, remember?
This is the end, friend.
Netflix and Hulu still urge parents to set parental controls on material that they feel their kids shouldn't be watching. With the rising company intent on personalizing children's content on streaming services, it makes it much less attractive to kids to watch what is laid out for them on television, as opposed to them just choosing what they want to watch. Now there's only one thing that kids love more than cartoons: video games. Much of their interest in the digital world lie in gaming clips. Kids have grown to love live streams of people playing games and broadcasting their gameplay all around the world. Twitch, a live webcam streaming site that surfaced in 2011, has been making waves as a gaming environment. Some of the top gamers from all around the world set up streams of them tearing it up in games like Call of Duty, Fortnite, and PUBG. The top streamers can gather millions of viewers during long streams. Kids gravitate towards this kind of streaming site because it gives them a place where they feel comfortable and it puts them into a community. They're choosing to watch this over children's television because it gives them a choice of who and what to stream. kids are not going to become a part of a community by just watching children's television. Twitch streaming also has users that post kid-friendly game streams, like of Minecraft or Super Mario. Kids watch these streams to 1. See if it's something that they would like to play, and 2. To find some tips that they could use for their own game. Twitch made pop culture explode a few weeks ago during a live stream of the new game Fortnite. Ninja, a top Twitcher, invited rappers Drake and Travis Scott, as well as NFL wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster, to join him for a Fortnite match.
I know, I'm trying to revive you.
Bless me with the hands.
I got you.
2, 1. God's plan. Let's get it.
Let's go. Oh.
With the help of Ninja and Drake's links on social media to their live stream, it broke the record for the most streams ever in one fell swoop. Ninja generated 628,000 viewers while just playing a game. The stream annihilated the previous record, which was just over 320,000. While the age of all viewers is blurred when thinking of Twitch live streams, it is important to know that Fortnite is a free online game. Therefore, anyone can download it and play it for free. So there are plenty of kids under 13 playing this game. There are also plenty of kids with smartphones and know who Drake and Travis Scott are. 3 trending people combined to play the most trending online game out right now, and it created a ton of excitement. Many kids who normally watch streams more tailored to their age tuned in to the epic Fortnite match featuring Ninja and Drake. Drake started a trend, which led to way more views. As long as pop culture mixes together, young people will always be there for it. Children's television is suffering due to these large viewing numbers because kids are not going to Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network or Disney for their gaming needs. Back before Twitch, there were shows on these networks like Legends of the Hidden Temple, where kids got their gaming fix, besides on their dusty Nintendo 64s. Another place that kids love to spend hours a day on is YouTube. The famous site that was created in 2005 has been a huge part of children's entertainment since it came out. I remember being 9 years old and watching Charlie Bit My Finger.
Charlie bit me.
And videos of people wiping out on skateboards and bikes. I thought it was the coolest thing, until my folks told me my YouTube access was restricted because I was spending way too much time on it. Why can you sit for hours on it? Because it's completely personal. You can watch what you want, when you want, and YouTube has literally everything a 13-year-old would want for free. On February 23rd, 2015, YouTube came out with a kids subsection, simply called YouTube Kids. It was created to keep kids from watching things that they are way too young for. It provides a ton of options for them to watch, as well as a lot of kid-friendly channels created by users that are totally catered to children. YouTube Kids also gives some parents some control on what their kids can watch. Parents can block certain channels and videos that they don't want their kids to watch. They also set a timer for how long they want their kids to play on the app. Once the time runs out, the app is closed. Just like Netflix, Hulu, and HBO, YouTube had to make a subsection for kids to prevent them from seeing the content that they shouldn't see.
It's a free app and it is a lot more user-friendly for children. Everything's easier to scroll, the buttons are bigger for little fingers, even like there's still adverts on the videos, but even the skip button is a lot bigger. You know, on normal videos it's like tiny and they're trying to get it. Well, on this it's actually a lot bigger.
The biggest part that they all have in common is that parental controls are still needed to keep these kids in check. All apps give the kids a chance to access as much content as they want, but parental controls help decrease the time kids spend streaming their entertainment. Thanks to all this time kids spend on streaming, children's TV companies are really feeling the pressure. Disney Family, Discovery Family, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and Sprout have all seen a huge drop in viewership since 2012. Viacom has seen that there has been a total of a 12% drop in viewership. Companies assume many drops in views can be blamed on the kids just simply aging out of the content. If they are too old, they slowly seem to stop watching. As audiences grow and teen stars grow up, it becomes way harder for companies like Disney and Nickelodeon to keep their shows performing well. According to IndieWire, Disney Channel was down 27% in 2017, while sister networks like Disney XD and Disney Junior were down 30% and 11% respectively. Rival Nickelodeon stayed relatively even. Nowadays, the drops in views are more of a mix of the two problems. People are outgrowing children's television and moving to digital platforms. Kids born in the last 8 years are all digital natives at this point. It becomes a tough dilemma for children's TV companies. Their solution? If you can't beat them, join them. I'd love to pass the rock off to Haley, who will enlighten you on more about how old school cartoons and children's television companies like Nickelodeon and Disney are embracing the transition into YouTube and other streaming sites.
Many companies are embracing YouTube and other streaming services to actually grow their audience. Disney, Nickelodeon, and many other television channels and shows have their own YouTube channels that they use to create their own original content and also to advertise their television shows and specials. Nickelodeon actually made a short show called Bug Salad. Kids can only watch this on the YouTube app, and it isn't aired on television at all. Talk about using new technology to your advantage. When YouTube started on February 14th, 2005 in San Mateo, California, no one would have guessed that they would have created stars of their own, the most popular being PewDiePie, aka Felix Schellberg.
How's it going, bros? My name is PewDiePie. Well. What do we have here?
A Swedish-based comedian and video producer. He's reigned supreme in the #1 most subscribed YouTube spot with over 62 million subscribers since December 22nd, 2013. The television industry is also benefiting from YouTube because of famous YouTubers going on to star in their own television shows aimed towards kids, like Lucas Cruikshank, more popularly known as Fred Figglehorn.
Hey, it's Fred! And it's really nice out, so I think I'm gonna go swimming later. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, it's cold!
His YouTube channel gained popularity in 2006, which led to Nickelodeon picking him up for a television movie special in 2010 and a television show in 2012.
Oh yeah, there's a lot more of me where that came from. Hey, it's Fred! Woo, woo! Cause my brand new series is coming to Nick really soon.
It is also becoming popular for television stars to transition into becoming YouTube celebrities. Jake Paul, a Vine star turned Disney Channel heartthrob, has over 14 million YouTube subscribers.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Virality. So you wanna go viral.
Well done! Because it came to the right place!
As of filming this video, he also has over 4 billion total views on his channel. Jake Paul got his start playing Dirk Mann on Disney Channel's Bizaardvark. He was eventually fired from that role because of his actions on his YouTube channel, where, according to The Hollywood Reporter, he and his YouTuber housemates were making a nuisance of themselves, lighting fires in a drained swimming pool, and mounting dirt bike drag races outside their $18,000 per month rented house in Beverly Grove.
A lot of the neighbors are complaining. They're very upset.
No, why?
Why? They say that you've created a living hell out here. That it's like a circus.
Yeah, it is.
All the fans.
I mean, but people like going to circuses, right?
What do you say to the neighbors, though, that are upset? Then they're really upset.
No, I honestly...
Can't beat them, join them.
No, I'm honestly, yeah, it's terrible. It's a bad situation. No, I feel bad for them, for sure. There's nothing we could do, though. The Jake Paulers are the strongest army out there. Dab.
I have one question for you.
Yeah?
What are those?
This just goes to show you that if one person can have this type of success on this platform, that a television company will have the same opportunity to build an audience that large. Paul used Dr. Dre's advice and set up Team 10, a 16-person friend group means management company for young social media creators. He is now attempting to replicate Dr. Dre's model by signing talent to Team 10 and helping them grow their followings to navigate the now crowded social media landscape. Even though Disney had to fire Jake Paul, the Disney company as a whole is only going upwards in popularity. In fact, Disney is so popular that they decided to create their own streaming service. Over the next year, Disney will be removing all their movies and television shows from Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, and any other streaming service currently available to create a service that is all Disney all the time.
We're building a direct-to-consumer Disney service. We've had a good relationship with Netflix. They've been distributing in the pay window Disney-branded movies and Pixar-branded movies and Marvel and Star Wars.
Nickelodeon is also doing pretty well in their network ratings. According to IndieWire.com, Nickelodeon is tied with TNT as the 16th most watched network, with no drop in viewers from 2016 to 2017, and Disney Channel ranking on 24 on this list. This completely correlates with Social Blade statistics of Disney and Nickelodeon, showing the growth in their YouTube channels as well, with Disney having an estimated monthly earning of almost $100,000 and Nick with almost $500,000 on a single channel. Another YouTube Nickelodeon star is JoJo Siwa. JoJo got her start on the TV show Dance Moms, which led to her massive gain in popularity on YouTube, and finally a Nickelodeon docu-style television movie about her life, dance, and music thus far.
If they coming at me, I'll say no. Tell them I don't want to deal no more. Wrap it up, tie it up with a bow. Oh, oh, ayo. I don't want to get old too fast. I want to make these good times last. See me whip my hair like mad. And if they push, I'll say, I just want to dance, 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 dance. I just want to dance.
She is an all-around success for the Nick brand. She uses her channel to promote anti-bullying, friendship, and the sale of her signature hair bows. JoJo isn't the only one using her channel to advertise their product. Disney and Nickelodeon use their channels to post advertisements and campaigns as well as original content. Nielsen even rated Disney Parks commercials as the second most memorable type of commercial that people watch. This also works the other way around, with YouTube advertising on television. YouTube advertised their new product, YouTube TV, as an alternative to cable during the Super Bowl 2018. This just goes to show you that media companies are working together to keep entertaining the general public and profiting off each other's creations. Other companies that are not typical media companies are joining the media landscape as well. Walmart and Amazon are both examples of companies creating original content on YouTube targeting children, specifically selling toys. Amazon's content consists of 50% ads and the other 50% being original content. Walmart seems to be the most consumer-friendly, with almost all of their videos being original content. This content mostly includes stories of different people in the company and their most recent achievements.
People know that they're coming into an established environment. There's a community here that we're sharing with other companies.
It's a very open and friendly environment.
You just get this vibe, this energy from this place.
It's a breath of fresh air.
It isn't typical for a large corporation like Walmart to focus on the little guy, and it's nice to see them differentiating from the norm. Most people who follow Walmart feel the same way, which proves that streaming services are building an audience for everyone to have access to. Children's media as a whole is also differentiating from the norm by becoming a more diverse place for all types of people. The freedom that the internet provided led to an evolution in human behavior to become more accepting of different ethnicities, genders, and sexuality. Cheerios was the first big company to make subliminal commercial to help teach people to become more accepting of interracial people in their relationships. In 2017, the Disney show Andy Mack starred the first character questioning their sexuality. And they weren't the first ones to do so. Nickelodeon had the first gay married couple on a children's television network in 2016. The show was called Loud House, and they had a casual portrayal of the two dads.
This is it. Time to make history. Hey, Clyde. Hi, Mr. McBride. Hi, Mr. McBride.
Hi, Lincoln. Ready for your big night?
You bet.
Great. Just a couple things Clyde will need. Sleeping bag, fancy pajamas, white noise machine, humidifier, dehumidifier, earplugs, inhaler, and allergy medication.
Rather than linger on their sexuality, the episode focused more on their traits as overprotective parents. This was to help make kids realize that their homosexual parents are no different from straight parents. They're all going to be overprotective. This is a huge move for diversity in the media, but sexuality isn't the only problem kids are facing. Media that perpetuates rigid gender roles and stereotypes can affect children's sense of self, relationships, and career aspirations. Exaggerating the differences between boys and girls is just a ploy to keep audiences entertained. Shows like Nickelodeon's Nella the Princess Knight and DC's Superhero Girls are putting a new spin on traditional gender roles. Nick's new preschool shows, Shimmer and Shine and Sunny Day, all feature strong female protagonists that promote empowerment and inclusiveness. And guess what they all have? YouTube channels! They've all found a way to gain an audience off the traditional TV platform while still being a successful TV show. Nickelodeon isn't the only one becoming more inclusive. Disney has recently come out to say that they want to rectify their stereotypical past by condemning their past creations like Song of the Roustabouts from Dumbo. Or What Makes the Red Man Red from Peter Pan.
Teach 'em, pale-faced brother, all about Red Man.
Good. This should be most enlightening.
What makes the Red Man red?
When did he first say ugh? Why did he ask you how?
Why does he ask you how?
While also promoting their movies with a more modern feeling towards the subject, like Anna from Frozen being portrayed as a modern-day heroine rather than Disney's traditional damsel in distress.
Look, I know how to stop this winter.
We leave at dawn.
Although children's content is growing in the diversity department, they seem to be lacking in the online protection category. Here's Kelsey with more on that.
We'll be discussing whether or not YouTube has an ethical obligation to its users, specifically its younger users, to protect their privacy and also protect them from inappropriate content. Consumer advocacy groups filed a formal complaint against YouTube and Google with the Federal Trade Commission for violating children's online privacy. The complaint states that YouTube is illegally collecting and profiting off the personal information of children younger than 13. The New York Times reported that the coalition of consumer groups said YouTube failed to comply with Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, a federal law that requires companies to obtain consent from the parents before collecting data on children younger than 13. While YouTube's main site claims to not be for children under 13, it is still very accessible to young people because of how easy it is to bypass the age gate. Simply lie. The New York Times also reported that the group shared screenshots of Barbie advertisements set to appear between videos aimed at children. They also pointed to a number of channels for toddlers and preschoolers with Google Preferred, a collection of top videos on the main YouTube site and app that are vetted and packaged for advertisers. The report also said that the revised rules of the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act made clear that the companies must obtain parental consent before collecting detail that could be used to identify, contact, or locate a child. These include photos, video, audio, and the location of a child's mobile device. This data could then be used to target ads at children, as clearly demonstrated by the Barbie commercial. YouTube used its Terms of Service agreement as their defense, pretty much stating that the main site was never meant for children under 13 and that the YouTube Kids app was specifically engineered for them to use as an alternative. But even with the YouTube Kids app, children are still not safe from inappropriate content. Earlier this year, Logan Paul, a popular YouTuber among young children, posted a video which was taken in a known forest in Japan where people go to commit suicide.
Did we just find a dead person in the suicide forest, hanging?
The video showed a dead body as the YouTuber laughed in a stupid neon hat.
I don't feel very good. Yeah, I don't feel good. What, you never stand next to a dead guy? No.
This video ended up on the Kids YouTube app, which led to some very confused and angry parents. YouTube, which takes a reactive approach to its video screenings, had also come under scrutiny for a similar incident after a video of a famous pig character from the Paw Patrol was seen being tortured. The video was taken down after numerous complaints, but users likely wished that it had never been seen at all. There is a call for YouTube to take a more proactive approach when it comes to filtering out inappropriate content. Here's how inappropriate content can slip through YouTube's algorithm and end up on YouTube Kids.
You mentioned algorithm. How is this happening that this kind of fake content is getting through the filters?
Well, this is what's so disturbing is because it's mixed in with the rest of the content. It's not like a parent would ever sit their kid down to watch the scary deviations or these torturous deviations. But instead, you'll sit down and people are familiar with the way YouTube works. One clip plays and then another and then another. And because it's the same keywords, the same content that's there, the same hashtags, one verified show will run, and then one of these scary programs might run. And if a parent is busy making dinner or doing the laundry, they may not be aware of the fact that this deviant content or these remixes are playing in the middle of a string of content. Now, YouTube has taken steps since this started coming to light to solve this problem. What they've done is they say that when content is posted to YouTube proper, it takes a few days before it makes it over to YouTube Kids, and they're hoping that in that time people will flag the content. But unfortunately, it means that there's still a few days where that content is online, but it's also relying on people. It's relying on viewers to be flagging that content as opposed to them being able to handle it themselves. So it's still not a perfect solution.
The internet is the Wild West. Because it is so new, it virtually has no rules regarding the sensitivity of its content. And in some cases, YouTube can be even more explicit than HBO. But it's not only the content that is bad. Sometimes it's how it's made and who is involved. There are numerous cases where child YouTubers are exploited by their parents for views. Since most YouTube creators make their content independently and have little knowledge of the film and TV industry, they do not have to meet the same strict standards that Professional Screen Actors Guild sets would have to meet. For example, on a SAG set, children have a set amount of working hours that they cannot go over, and producers are mandated to hire teachers for those children while they're on set. New York Magazine reported that a young YouTuber created her account using her mother's name to post videos. Eventually, she started generating ad revenue, which was sent to her mom's AdSense account. New York Magazine reported that a young YouTuber created an account using her mother's name to post videos. Eventually, she started generating ad revenue, which was sent to her mom's AdSense account. As a result, she was pressured by her parents to, quote, work long hours filming and editing, end quote. There are many other cases, one of which Philip DeFranco covered about a YouTube channel called Daddy05, where parents play mean pranks on their children for entertainment. Here's what DeFranco had to say about it.
So if you're coming in blind, you haven't seen my videos this week, we have talked about a channel by the name of Daddy05. It's a family channel featuring mom, dad, and 5 kids, and it shows their crazy antics. But then they came under fire for a now removed video called Ink Prank, and it showed the parents screaming and cursing at and blaming the children for something they know that they didn't do.
Tell me what you did. I swear to God, I didn't do that.
Kids break down, they cry, there's some outrage, the family makes a video defending their actions, and to over-summarize, they say, we're just a weird, different family. There's no abuse. Kids, right? There's no abuse? No abuse.
Are you guys okay?
Yeah.
Are you upset?
No.
It's just a prank.
It's just a prank.
But then people start digging deeper on the channel, and they find more and more instances of the kids crying and seeming in distress. Of one of the kids in particular, Cody, being pushed by his dad, punched by his dad, tossed and face planted by what now turns out to be his stepbrother. They stuck with there is no abuse here. CPS has even been here in the past and they have dismissed it. We're all good. Also, on that note, Child Protective Services in Maryland was contacted. Reportedly, they said they were unaware of the videos and they did not confirm or deny whether the agency would conduct an investigation of the parents. Which, by the way, since we're talking about videos that we have seen, videos we haven't seen, upon looking further into the channel, a video that is now deleted, but someone saved before it got deleted because this is the internet, that has popped up and it shows Mike playing a game with the kids. And the rules are simple.
Now you gotta flip the bottle and land it. Now, if it lands, you're safe. Now, if it don't land, the other person gets to slap you in the face.
It's probably just a joke or prank, right?
And you know you don't hit girls.
Yeah,
but she's your sister. She don't count. Oh my God!
Now, I'm not suggesting that we censor the internet, but we certainly have to prevent the exploitation of children, whether it be by YouTube or their parents. In terms of censoring content that YouTube deems inappropriate, they do practice demonetization, meaning they prevent users from making advertising money off their videos. They could easily do this in cases where parents are taking advantage of their children in order to discourage such behavior. As it relates to YouTube profiting off children, there might be steps that YouTube is forced to take to protect children, depending on what the FTC decides. Now, this may be a personal opinion, but I do think that YouTube has an ethical obligation to its younger users to make sure that they aren't exposed to inappropriate content or exploited by their parents or by YouTube itself.